Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa. So, what I'm gonna do, because since Chapter 6 has no free time, I'm gonna spend all my coins in one go. Of course, I can only do 99 max. So I'll do 99, and then I'll do just 53. But, I want to see if I get anything cool. Because it says 0% repeat now, so I'll get something new. Ooh, very nice. So, whoa! What was that? Okay. Very sexy. And now 43. Cool. Alright, that's what I'm. Now we can get back to the story. Oh. Oh, good, it's saved. Whew, I thought it didn't save for a second there. Anyway, let's do this. The Ultimate Despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story, it comes later. Yeah, you're right. Let's try doing this. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kiriko, do you still have that thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door. Hey, Kiriko, we can use the key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kiriko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole. And then... yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. In the tunnel, we started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long, I couldn't even see where it ended. When we climbed in darkness, the passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said it, I'm kind of getting nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So Kiriko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been a detective? How long?
So...
ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right?
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family's creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info of the entire school online, I never saw anything about her. because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up something for that pride. What? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was not something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? That's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with him. But you'd be reuniting with him after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though.
No
matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Severe? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was slimed to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my family died. And my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kiriko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was compared to her usual self. She was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right?
However...
But it's not true. But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle this past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family? To just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? Yeah. I'm fairly certain that's where it will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my my right hand and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say it was safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in the Hose Peak. Kiriko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So what are we going to do first? So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the mastermind finds out. And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might.
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until they find out. It's not like we can run away. And she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind's ensnared? You said something like that before, what does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let that guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay then, let's go.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd be react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I'm gonna punish you again, and that time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up that latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in the position, one person would protect another.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game, you're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make so much bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he would never have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution, and would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so loved to aspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we just made this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own fate. Defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you're suggesting might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause your unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can
Let's
barely
hear for one
contain
final
myself.
grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we will still have one shot at this.
Bear it.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys.
So for the final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pouring around the school, if you can do that.
I can
Then that'll be
barely
enough to
contain
a
myself.
Kolafi as a victory feat. What the hell is a Kolafi?
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys.
then you win. But if you can't do it all, we'll face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said. Right. And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception. Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Every puns, anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game begins with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16.
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go so quiet?
Now
I'm done talking! I got enough left to say to you! So get lost! Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey.
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. That long laugh. Took up 2 lines. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we're out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kiriko's debt. Kiriko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they didn't stand to gain anything from a final showdown.
so,
They had no choice but to accept.
because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. Yeah, the broadcast, right? He's doing this all for the people watching, and he has to... I'm guessing he's using the broadcast to spread the despair, so... They're watching the most hopeful academy turn into despair. That would turn a lot of people down, because... It just makes them realize we don't have hope anymore. There's nothing we can do to win if this is our best hope and it's losing. So, if he breaks the rules... It makes people realize just how, it makes people to realize just how, what do you call it, cheating despair is. It just, I don't see how that would be bad, though. Wouldn't that still cause despair? Or, because in the end, rules are made to be broken. It's like a quote from ages ago. So if Monokuma does break his own rules... It's like he's thinking that's going to make an uproar. It's like people are going to fight back, but wouldn't they fight back anyway? The fact is, they'll fight back, and if they fail at fighting back, that's what turns into despair. Wouldn't he want them to fight back so then they can fall into despair? I don't really understand. So when was it that the mastermind let that guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to believe. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do this something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something's no matter the cost. No matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind had been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing others to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anyone.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope Speak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope.
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, the same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the rest of the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular, than is reasonable about their own regulation. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Yeah, she hasn't. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thank you. And due to the failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not a killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form. Honestly, the only reason this succeeded is because the mastermind is so in love with the rules. Because they believe by following the rules and then everything, by hope dying even when rules exist and the rules haven't been broken, they believe that will grow bigger in despair. But if the mastermind had just been crazy and went, I don't care about this, despair has been flooded enough, I'm just going to break the rules because it doesn't matter anymore. If that had happened, we would have been screwed. She's thinking logical, and this is what I've realized through all my years of living. Logic is usually the best way to look at something, but some things can be broken by logic. Like, just because something is logical doesn't mean it's always going to become logical. It might randomly change. Like, you could have broken the rules without a care because despair's already been grown.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I don't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it will cost us our lives. There's no option except to win. But before we begin the long battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. What's the bet everyone's going to be like, oh, we're the only survivors. It has to be one of us. What, together with everyone?
However...
Is that really possible? What?
Anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, I guess. Do. And suddenly we'll greet her with... What? You again? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached his limit. Sure. What the heck? I wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, it really stinks. It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog! Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Yo!
Hey, Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't get to talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Cleopatra? What? Oh, is that... yeah. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. So, what have you guys been doing? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places. And? No dice, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we find new clues? You stink! Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere! You can be rotten! Sorry, I was rolling around in the garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly! Ah, super smelly, you smell even worse than me, way worse! I win. She seems happy for some reason. God.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain. Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about class trial. Last?
In other words...
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right, it was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just... you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree and use the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last class trial. When you said now is the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind?
Hmm.
Well, there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah, for us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time, we still don't know anything.
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate
Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figure out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. I can't agree with the idea of working together. You can't? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's why I thought at first. Till Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Yeah, the 16 students, which means they think one of us is it. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. He said it to you too, remember? Huh? Oh wait, he never actually said, but since it opened, no one else has walked in. Huh? But why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko said, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in this school. Monokuma would probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16th students who have been taking part in the game. And the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
Yep, it would seem like it. Any of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones who are still alive are the people standing here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? But how the hell is Monokuma moving then? They even said it's not like anyone's controlling him. You're saying the mastermind's one of us?
no way.
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly possible, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma. But did you ever see someone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
Then maybe
right?
Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth of conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Nope, here it comes.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh!
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself and the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! You need to take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? No, Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream! Oh, what? Coffee without the cream, with the cream, without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless! That makes no sense. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. I'm going to go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's okay. Well, just leaves Makoto, Hina, or me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit powers to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not like I don't trust anyone,
'cause
but
I
up till now I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? Yeah, it's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I must have been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. So you're going to go off your own too?
However,
Well, I don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. During our investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can come back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko's gone. Leaving only me. Don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's why I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Yeah!